Hello Bandits. With thanks to the folks at EA and Respawn Entertainment, we've been spending some time with their galaxy-spanning adventure Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor continues the adventure of Jedi Cal Kestis. Your adventure starts 5 years after the events of Fallen Order, following Cal's desperate fight against the dark forces of the Empire. The title brings new and old enemies and friends, new unlockable skill trees, and some pretty amazing customization options as well. We're playing on PC, where Jedi Survivor originally got off to a pretty rocky start. By the time we'd got in-game, the team at Respawn had made a lot of improvements, but it's still not exactly up to the standard we expect, and we'll break that down for you a little more in the rundown. Jedi Survivor is rated by PEGI at 12 and above and by the ESRB at T for Teen. These ratings mostly revolve around bad language, but there is also some violence in the title. One thing of note is that customization options aren't reliant on microtransactions, and for Cal, your lightsaber and BD1, different modifications and paints are unlocked through progression and exploration. Bad language is certainly no worse than your average Marvel movie. Violence does play a part, with frequent lightsaber battles against various stormtroopers, raiders, droids and local beasts, both small and large. With that said, and while there are dismemberments as shown here, there's no blood and these deaths aren't that gory. With this in mind, it's one which we've been happy to let our micro bandits see and have a go on themselves, and is getting a rating of mostly harmless. For accessibility, Jedi Survivor is getting a rating of low barrier. While it would be wrong to say that there is no barrier to entry at all, Jedi Survivor has a substantial set of accessibility and difficulty options. This does include a low difficulty story mode for those looking for more of a narrative adventure, as well as harder modes which can pose a significant challenge. There are also several other modes within the dedicated accessibility menu, meaning that Jedi Survivor will be accessible for most, if not all, abilities. And with that stacked up, onto the rundown, our 5-point rating for Jedi Survivor. Gameplay 4. The lightsaber duels have made me feel absolutely heroic, and I've really enjoyed the environment puzzles and Survivor much as we did in Fallen Order. There are a good number of skill trees and options to move through, some of them unlocking as you progress through the game, and the single, dual and double-bladed lightsaber stances mean you can mix up your gameplay as well. There are, however, some things which still need some work, such as game optimizations happening every time you boot up. With that said, and with the understanding that there is a little way to go, it's been a lot of fun so far, and the team seem to have fixed the PC's clunky and jerky controls. Visuals 3. It feels very odd to be marking a Respawn title so low, but Jedi Survivor's beautiful vistas have been hit by performance issues even now. This includes awkward animations usually centered around animals. And while there are some frame rate drops on PC still, even though we're above recommended build, most of the time things are now running smoothly. I have fallen in love with the photo mode, which allows you to get some stunning shots of Cal, BD1 and your surroundings. So while it does need work, it's certainly not all bad. Audio 5. While the visuals may need some work, audio has been pretty solid throughout. As you'd expect, this includes some pretty great soundtrack work, as well as solid voice acting from pretty much everybody. Effects are also nicely done, and one-liners have been sparse enough to mean that they don't get too repetitive, even with the more open world approach. Narrative 4. Continuing Cal's narrative feels great, and the story has been well received here. It is impacted slightly by subpar visual animations within cutscenes which do impact immersion, but overall it's been great to carry on Cal's story. Replay 4. The lack of microtransactions means there is a lot to hunt around for in Jedi Survivor. As well as new outfits and hardware, you can pick up new paints by heading to the less travelled areas of each map. Exploration is a big aspect of Jedi Survivor, and it will help you to find new perks and bonuses, as well as tickle the pickle of any completionists as they head towards 100%ing each area. Overall, our Pixel Bandits use the Force level for Jedi Survivor is a respectable 8 out of 10. It may be contentious, as Jedi Survivor certainly seems to have had its challenges surrounding PC launch. But I've got to say, at this point, a lot of it has since been ironed out. By the time we got around to playing, any serious performance issues have quite fortunately been reduced to niggles rather than game-breaking defects. As such, it's mostly been a pleasure to continue through Cal's emerging story. This is a title which has brought a great single-player experience, fun combat, and a complete lack of microtransactions, which is a little odd to see in 2023. Respawn have been working hard to rectify the poor PC launch, and have done a solid job at patching things which, while not quite complete, has definitely sanded off the roughest edges. With some frame rate drops and awkward animations, it's not up to the standard which we expect Respawn set for themselves. Paired with some frustrating moments, such as having to optimize files every time you load the game, it's certainly far from perfect. When you get in-game, however, Jedi Survivor does everything it can to make you feel like a Jedi Knight on the galaxy's edge, and for the most part, it works. As ever, to provide this review and Common Sense Parents Guide, we received one free copy of Jedi Survivor from the folks at EA. And that's all we've got for you today. Check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org for more information on this one. If you found this helpful, a like, comment, share or follow might not cost you anything, but it really goes a long way to helping Pixel Bandits remain ad-free and independent. Either way, we hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.